Hi, Bellamy. This is Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com. Thank you for completing your independent writing practice test. And I just read it. I'm going to put you at about 3.5 out of 5, 22 points out of 30. So I think you have some problems with either sentence formation and word choice, and you have maybe limited range of syntactic structures and vocabulary. Now the question is, why is that, right? If you look at, I'm going to go into Microsoft Word here, and I'm going to show you a trick. You have to remember that what would E-Rater, ETS's artificial intelligence application, think of your writing? So I'm going to ask Microsoft Word. It has its own artificial intelligence application, right? So it's called the grammar and the spell check there. It's going to give me some information about your writing, which I think can help me understand your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so this tells me, and remember, the reason I'm looking at these readability statistics is I'm looking over here at the ETS's rubric and looking at limited range of syntactic structures and vocabulary. So your grade level for what you wrote is 9.5, so you're not even high school level really in your writing. The average words per sentence, you have 23.8, which isn't terrible, but it's not, it doesn't give you college level. I had one of my students yesterday submit an essay. Her average sentence length was like 29 words. Your characters per word is 4.6, so the way that the Flesh Kincaid grade level is attained, it looks at your average sentence length and your average syllables in the words that you're writing, and I think we can say that you have a more basic, you're using more basic than you are more advanced type grammar and vocabulary. So I think the 3 area describes your writing. Now, I'm not even mentioning the grammatical problems in the writing. That's a whole nother issue, right? I'll just show you one paragraph. You have, we can all agree that technology is a double-edged sword. And then you can say this, but even though it makes our lives easier, technology, let's say, I'm going to get rid of that and say technology seriously impacts our lives. Notice how I changed this to seriously. I added an additional syllable there, made it an adverb. Now, your sentence, instead of the way that you had it, well, it's a 22-word sentence. We can all agree that technology is a double-edged sword, but even though it makes our lives easier, technology seriously impacts our lives. However, no one can deny that we cannot and I don't think this does anything really, this sentence. You have to deal with this later. I like your use of the semicolon. If I were told that new technology If I were told that new technology, I'm going to change this to would because it's hypothetical. If I were told that new technology would make today's kids less creative, I would disagree because in fact, I'm going to put has made them more creative. Has given them new ways to be creative. So even this, I'd recommend when you look at this paragraph, I recommend you have about 100 words for that introduction instead of what you wrote. And then your entire essay is 294 words. I'd recommend closer to 450. So I'm actually going to go down here. You could have a thesis that maybe mentions 3 points. So instead of these 2 body paragraphs, you have 3. And then that can show you can develop your topic a little bit more. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. So remember that I use Microsoft Word to determine your Flesh Kincaid grade level, which is around 9.5. So I'd recommend that you continue to use Microsoft Word if you have that access to that program, and get your writing where you're at least at the 11th or 12th grade level. That would be probably much better because the higher your grade level, the more academic your writing is, and the TOEFL is testing academic writing with the independent and integrated writing task. So it stands to reason that you want to get your grade level closer to college level, and that's not where you are right now. All right, thank you for doing the writing practice test, and if you're interested, I have a great course that can help you with your writing. It's my TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course. You can learn more about that by going over to onlinetoeflcourse.com, then scroll down, you'll see my different course offerings, and then click on the TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course to learn more about that.